Hello everyone, I am Batu, pre-sales software specialist for American workflows. In the world of construction, achieving success hinges not only on physical groundwork, but also on detailed planning and effective management. Today, we'll explore how Cuscen optimizes your construction workflows, guiding you from inception to completion and beyond. Let's get started. Let's begin with the project setup. Here, we are at the main dashboard. This is where you set the foundation of each project. Notice the tabs for project, allocation rule, billing rule, cost code, data access code, and data access mapping. Each serves an important role in project setup. Under the project tab, you can see different project types. CO1 for internal projects, EXT for external projects, and NGO is for donor projects. The number rank and journal type signify the project's financial tracking methods. Moving on to the allocation rule, this critical component allows you to define how costs are allocated across different projects. Here, you see AC01, a predefined allocation code, ensuring expenses are distributed accurately. Next, the billing rule tab. It's all about how your project bill expenses. And for manual, indicates a hands-on approach to billing entries, essential for custom invoicing. Over at the cost code, we delve into the grid of project expenses. From equipment to labor, each cost has a code for easy tracking. For example, CO EQ1 relates to equipment cost, crucial for budget adherence and financial reporting. Next, data access code is where security meets functionality. It's currently empty, but this is where you will assign access rights to ensure sensitive financial data remains secure. And finally, the data access mapping for staff. Like the previous step, it's here that you will map out which team members can view and edit project financials, maintaining integrity and confidentiality. With this interface, managing project finances has never been more intuitive. Whether it's allocating cost, billing clients, or safeguarding data, every tool you need is right here at your fingertips. Next, you're at the main screen of the account group section. This is where you'll categorize your project expenses and manage them efficiently. Each amount group is listed with a description, and you can see which categories it falls into, like material, labor, equipment, and so on. Notice how each group can be linked to specific financial categories. For instance, material is associated with the material cost and labor with labor cost. This setup allows for streamlined project, budgeting, and cost tracking. Clicking on a specific account group like material brings us to this detail view. Here, we have various options to define the account group further. You can assign whether this group relates to material, equipment, overhead, and so on. It's important to accurately define these parameters, as they will affect how expenses are categorized and reported in your project. Now, let's drill down into the material group. You'll see that we have an account code linked to a cost code. This is where you can assign specific codes to each account, which is critical for granular financial tracking. The account code 136003 here is designed for CIP, construction in progress, which helps in identifying the cost materials currently in use but yet not fully built. Back on the main dashboard, you can see which account groups are active. This feature allows you to deactivate or reactivate account groups as needed, providing flexibility in managing project finances. Remember to save any changes you make before exiting to ensure all your data is up to date. Let's move on to the BOQ section. This is where you'll manage all the financial aspects of your construction or development projects. Here, we have a list of BOQ entries. Each entry represents a different aspect of project, such as Material Garden 26M or BOQ King. You'll notice various columns like status, description, main BOQ, date, and the financial breakdown including total, material, label, overhead, and the total amount. Most of these entries are marked as release, indicating they are finalized and probably in use or completed. The financial columns are crucial for tracking the budgeting aspect of each entry. Now let's look at how to create a new BOQ by clicking on Add. You arrive at this blank form. Start by setting your start date and end date. These fields determine the timeline for the quantity you're measuring. Then we can fill out the BOQ and main BOQ code. The description field is where you'll detail the work or materials covered by this BOQ. If you need to enforce a budget constraint on this BOQ entry, simply check the restrict budget option. Below, you'll see a table where you will add the line items. This is where the bulk of your work lies. Each line item will include a detailed task, its materials, quantities, and cost. Let's start filling out the table. Once all the information is accurately inputted, you'll hit Save, and your BOQ will join the list of entries you saw earlier. And that's it. With Cuscen's BOQ management, you're equipped to handle the financials of your projects with precision and ease. Let's move into the project development section. Here, on the main dashboard, you can see a list of projects. Each project is unique with its code, status, and other key details such as a project manager, customer, and financials. Let's start by understanding the project codes. Notice how each project has a unique code, like GFMG for the global fan, malaria grants, or MCR for home development projects. The status column shows the current state of the project. For example, release indicates that these projects are active and ongoing. You'll find the start and end dates, crucial for tracking the project timeline and ensuring timely completion. The internal checkbox signifies if the project is internal, which can affect billing and reporting. Here, you can see the financial health of each project at a glance with columns for total income, total expense, total margin, and total percent. Now, let's dive deeper into a specific project. Click on a project code like MCR1. Brings us to the detail view. At the top, we have the document date, which is the creation date of the project in the system, and a brief description. In the summary section, critical information such as start date and end dates, approved by, and customer details are displayed. Further down, you have a financial summary. Although currently is 0, this will update as the project progress. We also have a phase section and row section, block floor section, unit section, unit transfer section with their batch number and unit code. Next, we have purchase invoice. And lastly, inventory movement. Creating a new project is straightforward. Simply fill out the necessary fields such as product type, code, and details. Assign a project manager who will be responsible for overseeing the project execution. Set your start and end date to establish the project timeline, ensuring everyone is on the same page regarding deadlines. You also have options to manage your budget, like the book to VIP, work in progress, checkbox, and fields for local currency rate, which are essential for financial planning. With all the details filled in, hit save to add the new project to your dashboard. And that's it. With the Cuscen system, managing a project development is streamlined and efficient. Next, we have the service request section. This is your central hub for managing all service requests within your organization. You can fill the request by date, allowing you to view the records within a specific time frame, from date to date. This ensures you're focusing on the requests that are most relevant right now. The status dropdown lets you filter requests by their current stage, such as pending, open, or close. In this example, we have it set to pending, focusing on requests awaiting action. Check the only need your approval box to streamline your workflow by displaying only the requests that require your direct attention. Click on the Add button to start a new service request. You will be prompted to fill in essential details such as the request type, date, required date, and priority. Fill in the request type from the drop-down menu. Next, select the appropriate department and branch, and if applicable, assign a project or task. Don't forget to set the currency to US dollar and enter a detailed description to ensure your request is clear. To add items to your request, scroll down to the item section. Here, you can specify the materials or services you need, along with quantity, estimated price, and unit price. Remember, accurate estimates ensure a smoother approval process. Stock information area lets you view available materials and their locations. This helps in making informed requests based on current stock levels. Once you review your entries, click Save to submit your request. It will then send for approval, and you can track its status in the eView tab. The service request module is designed to offer a comprehensive and easy-to-use interface for managing all your service needs, from creation to approval and beyond. That wraps up our overview of the system. If you're interested in further discussions or would like to explore the system customization options, please reach out to us. Thank you.